Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Shottam Raha, and this is the fifth video in the series. So, in this video, I'll talk about the next important direction, very important direction, which is the north direction. Okay, rather than direction, I will use the word slot. Okay, that is more scientifically understood because by slot, I do not mean the direction. What I mean by it is the pie of the pizza. Okay, where the northern energies fall. So uh, before I talk about the north direction, let me talk about something. So many of you might see, uh, many people are living in a single house and all of them are not affected in the same way. Maybe in a particular house, let's say there are two sons. One is growing in a career and another is getting no opportunities at all. And what is the difference then? They are living in the same particular house, yet the results are different. What is the reason for that? So you see, the energies according to Vastu is applicable to everyone. Okay, so whoever lives in that particular house will be affected equally. There is no question about that. Then why the results are different? So there comes the concept of astrology. So you have to combine astrology and Vastu, and there is a concept which is very popular and very complicated. Also, it is very new in the market. After many researches, it has been found um, when astrology is combined with Vastu. See, what is Vastu? Vastu is the energy circle or energy field in a particular house, right? And what is astrology? Astrology is the science where we study the various planetary effects on a individual. Okay, whenever an individual is born, so the snapshot of the sky is taken and is plot in a piece of paper, a snapshot. Let's say on the sky, when someone is born, on the sky, let us say a planet called X is on the northern horizon, a planet called Y is in the eastern horizon, let us suppose. So that particular snapshot is drawn on the piece of paper. So what is the agenda? The agenda is that those planets which has some gravitational pull, which has some force on everything, so they will have some effect on the individual's consciousness. What do I mean by consciousness? Okay, it's simply a neural pathway or a neural structure. Everyone's brain is structured in a different neural way, right? Like whatever I think about something doesn't matter. It might be true, it might be false, it might be correct, it might be wrong. A different person will think it in a different way. So why is the differences? The difference is because everyone has a different neural pathway. Someone says or someone feels that smoking a cigarette will reduce the stress. On the other hand, someone else feels going to the gym will reduce the stress. So for everyone, it works in a different way, isn't it? Why is that? Because we have some neural pathway in our brain which we have developed throughout years. But during our birth, there is a default structure, and that default structure is not same for everyone. Yes, we evolved to experiences. Whenever we learn something, the neural pathways get rewired. Okay, so it changes continuously. But what is the default system? The default system can be seen from the horoscope, from the astrology. That is a default setting. Now you work on it, you change it in whatever way you want. But the default can be seen from this horoscope. Okay, that is the way, that is the core of that particular individual. That is the way in mostly that person will work throughout the life. But does that mean that that person will not change? No, that person can change, because there is willpower. In horoscope you have the houses of will, free will. There we can take our own decisions and change it. Okay, but mostly think of it, someone is wired from the very birth in a certain way. How much can you change it? Right? Make sense? Suppose someone is born in a in Canada. Now in Canada there is a particular society, there is a particular culture. Now that person, how much that person can change from that particular thinking or the culture? How much that person can change? Right? So normally the person will not change much throughout the life. That is why the monks, for the monks who are at a higher level, for them astrology doesn't work. Why? Because the planetary influences are almost null on them, because they have controlled their will in such a way that they have rewired their neurons on their own. So they can change, they have huge willpower. Otherwise, someone who is meditating for hours, or someone maybe who is meditating in the Everest for days and months, is not a normal being. That person is not affected by the planets. This is what I have understood. So the default, obviously, for being a monk, there is a certain combination in astrology. Everyone cannot become a monk unless and until huge willpower is present in that particular individual. Okay, otherwise the thinking process will be different. So that is the crux of astrology, which I'll be talking in some different course, obviously. But for now, just understand that there are 4 persons who are living in a same house, but they are affected differently. So the one who has a bad time going on will be affected negatively. For example, suppose a person X who is running a very good time according to astrology. There is a concept of dasha, so space and time. In astrology we have the concept of space and time. Whenever space and time merges or coincides, then an event will happen. Okay, so suppose someone is going through a very good time, so the environment will not be able to affect that person much. But yes, if the time is very good, that person will be thrown out of the house, maybe for some job opportunity, for some clashes, or whatever it is. That person will go away from that particular house and find a house miraculously which is balanced. That is the power of astrology. You might not realize, but it works like this. I have seen multiple cases. Okay, so let us suppose someone does not move to a different house. Let us say 4 people are living in the same house and different people are going through different times. So let's say person X, who is going through a very good time, might have got a very good opportunity if he or she was not in that house. So the power, the energy of the house, the negative energies of the house is simply pulling that person down. That is how you have to understand. He will face blockages. Maybe he is going fine, but he will face obstacles. He will face unnecessary problems in the path. Maybe not like the other person who is going through a very bad time, but yes, will be affected. Okay, so this has to be made clear. That is why I took much time to explain this concept, because this is a very normal question. Many people are living in the same house, why they are not affected in the same way? So they are an advanced level. Okay, you will learn about that afterwards, but for now the basic should be very clear. Okay, if you can balance the energies of the house, you have almost won the battle. Okay, so now let us move to the next direction, which is the north direction. Okay, so I'll just switch off my camera and let us talk about the north direction. So the energy of the north direction, see, again a water element, right? So this direction is governed by Kuber, the god of wealth. Okay, the energies are like that, that the job opportunities or the growth opportunities in your life is governed by this particular direction. So whichever god or whichever deity is present, you can see from here in the north direction, you can see here, right? You can see Buddha is primary, then we have Bhalat, Soma. So they are responsible, these particular energy fields are responsible for opportunities in your life. Okay, suppose you are in sales or you are in a job. So whether you are getting promotions or not, whether you are getting good opportunities or not, that is governed by this particular direction. Now for suppose you have a bedroom in this direction, then what will happen? It is very good. That person will be job oriented or work oriented. Work oriented, not job, work oriented. Okay, they will simply run for growth, will get opportunities, will get growth, promotions, if it is balanced. Now what are the anti colors? Red and yellow. Obviously the fire element and the earth element is enemy. It should not be present here. Now let us suppose you have a toilet in this particular direction. Let us understand toilet and kitchen. So if you have a kitchen, and whenever I say kitchen, I say the stove or the fire element. Whenever it is present, what will happen? Opportunities will come, but not to my expectation. I will be expecting more, but I will not get the opportunities. Okay, or maybe you will not be able to clear the interviews. You will get the opportunity, you will get the opportunity, but you will not be able to clear the interviews. Okay, or maybe let's say you are having a deal with someone, and at the final moment it gets cancelled. So look for a kitchen in this direction. Okay, again you are in a business, you have a product, so customers come, sees, let's say in Instagram you have a page, so you have many products, and now the customers come, see, but finally they do not make the payment. So that is the energy when it is disbalanced, when fire element is present in the north direction. Okay, now let us say you have a toilet. Now if there is a toilet, what will happen? What will happen? See, fire means kitchen means fire element, toilet means earth element. Okay, so if earth element is present, what will happen? You will not get any opportunities at all. No opportunities, no promotions, no growth in job, nothing. Okay, also you will not have the urge to work, you will not have the urge to get up. Fine. So if there is a temple, so it is a big no. Do not keep a temple in this particular position. So again, no opportunities, no job. Okay, I talked about the bedroom, it is fine. For color, anti-color, so you can keep blue color, you can keep black color here, not an issue. But fire element will burn the effects. Okay, and the earth element, what will do? Earth element will block the effects. As simple as that. You should understand the energies, how it works. Okay, that way you will remember it for life. So always try to put off-white color throughout your house. Put a very light off-white color, so it is balanced. Off-white is neutral. Okay, you can place it anywhere. Now for the remedies, it is simple. Again, for toilet, you can use the blue tape around the toilet seat or aluminium strip. For kitchen, you can use a green color slab under the burner. That will try to neutralize the energy. Okay, the concept is clear. Now you know which direction to look for if you have problems in opportunities in your life, right? And always remember, the favorable colors can be used in a particular direction. Do not put anti colors. Okay, so that is to be remembered. So I hope you understood the concept, and if you have any doubt, so feel free to comment and let me know. I'll try to clear the queries. Okay, I hope you like this video. So see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.